Hi, welcome to ELA 7 Virtual Edition for Tuesday, April 21st. We just have a couple of things to work on today. The first thing won't surprise you. Vocab List 23 story is due by midnight tonight. We've got Reading Plus to work on, and we've got some reading to do as well if you've got a book. So let's get started. First of all, I really shouldn't have to say a whole lot about this, especially given that we are on our 23rd vocab story of the year. But let me go through a few reminders. First of all, read the story carefully. It contains context clues that will help you to choose the right word. I cannot tell you how many people were choosing crazy words that made no sense in last week's vocab story. As a matter of fact, numerous people used the word misnomer, which was one of your bonus words in the top fill in the blank part. And we've talked about since day one that those two bonus words never go in the fill in the blank part. So read carefully so that you can use those context clues, match them up with your vocab list definitions or your concept circle definitions, and make sure that it all makes sense. Okay? So that's also going to help you to know whether or not you need to change an ending on a word. Had lots of people leaving off the S's on acronyms, and there was another word that needed to be made plural last week that a lot of people missed a half a point on because they didn't take the time to read the story and determine if the word needed to change, if it needed an ending. And then one of the words needed to be past tense as well. And tons of people, coagulated, needed to be past tense to make sense in the story. And tons of people just, coagulate, good enough. It's not. It's really not. So please make sure that you're reading the story carefully. Look for those context clues and look for those indicators that are going to tell you whether or not you need to add an ending, like making a word plural or making it past tense or present tense or whatever the case may be. Okay? Make sure you're doing that. And then I would also advise to proofread. Tons of sloppy misspellings in last week's vocab story. Like, scores were not good. I really just need you to take your time and do your best work. And I don't think that's what I'm seeing from a lot of you. Okay? So also, procession of motorcycles that just went through there. I'm sure you heard that. A little rumbly. Are you done? Okay. We're all very impressed. All right. So in the super challenge at the end, make sure that you use the actual vocabulary words. Like, I had people writing me 5 sentences and not using the words. I'm not sure what the point of that was. Write an ending that makes sense. Make sure it matches up with the rest of the story. And include context clues that show you know the meanings of the words. Like, there's a rubric item for that. So please make sure that you're including those context clues that show me that you know what the word means and that you didn't just look at it and go, misnomer. Think that's a noun. If I use it like a noun, it'll be okay. Show me that you know what the word means. Okay? Use some context clues. All right. So that's your vocab story. Do your best, please. Use all of the little tips and tricks that we've been telling you all year long to do well on that. All right. Yesterday, I gave a big, long tirade on Reading Plus. It's no less true today. You still need to do it and do it well, okay? So literally, all I'm giving you today is the vocab story and Reading Plus so that hopefully you will take your time and do your best work on both of those things, okay? So that's really all. So to recap, we've got vocab story 23, we've got Reading Plus, and if you've got something to read, I'd love for you to spend 15 minutes reading. If you don't have a book lying around to read and you haven't gotten into The Benefits of Being an Octopus yet, I recommend that. It's a pretty good book. It's been getting some pretty good reviews. So check into that. And as always, if you have any questions, email me at ddixon@pdys.org. Message me on Canvas or log in during office hours on Zoom. And the link and password and all of that kind of information is on the homepage of my Canvas page. Have a great Tuesday.